Alright, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Geneforge 1 here on my channel, Idle Wisdom. We are here in the holding cells. We came here last time and we explored a fair bit of the place, but we were not finished. So, we're picking up right where we left off with this Glock, or old Glock, just a Glock, that decided to stick its nose in here. Probably trying to go back to a nest. Who knows? But, you know, we saw that this place is where the Shapers held their creations that they were observing while they were testing them. And it's not a very pleasant place. Pretty grisly. And Evodius, being just an apprentice in actual official Shaperdom, has not really seen much of this, if any of it. Because remember, he hasn't even been to the Shaper school. He had only sort of maybe had the pre-training. Okay, what is in here? Let's actually save. I didn't save from last time. So let's do it right now. Do it now! That looked like a healing pool, but why there? I don't get it. Ooh! Oh! Is that a servant mine? Oh, this poor servant mine has been killed. Several javelins stick out of the body. It doesn't look like it happened long ago. It looks like Shaolai work. It was not a wise thing to do. You would guess that the rogues were not running around loose until the being in charge of keeping them controlled and in hibernation was slain. That's unfortunate. Poor servant mine. Ooh! The case contains several ceramic jars, each sealed with wax. Someone recently decided, in a fit of vandalism, to smash most of them. One remains intact, and you take it. We just got some mine nutrients. Oh, geez, and we just found a friggin' pylon. I hate pylons. Alright, well, I think that's what's in this way. Probably pylons. Wow, that didn't even affect those battle betas. Okay, let's see. There's a control panel here. Unsurprisingly, it is still intact and basically functional. Shapers designed these things to last a long time. It has an array of controls, each with a simple label. Flip the switch labeled Control Loose Rogues, Pool Access, High Security, Records, Heat Modulation, Gate Pylon, and Cell Gates. Oh, cool. Let's control the rogues. The switch breaks off in your hand. Pool access. You hear a grinding noise from the east. High security. Records. I don't know what heat modulation is, so let's leave that alone for now. Gate pylon and cell gates. Let's leave it. Okay. Click, 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 click. I don't know what heat modulation does, so let's leave it alone. Oh, okay, yes. For now, we'll leave it alone. This case contains a bunch of decaying records, some old quill pens, and a key. You leave the trash and take the key. There's the key I was saying that last episode we might find. Oh, what is this? Ah, Danette shade! This is what we were looking for. This is... Oh, there's the heat. That's what we need to turn down. Okay, we'll do that. In fact, you, get over here. Then we'll talk to Danette shade. Heat modulation. Bam, sis. You hear a humming noise. 6. You leave the panel alone. You get a Happy Meal. No, it didn't work, did it? I don't know. Who knows? Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. Danette shade. This is a shade, an insubstantial sub-life form made by a shaper to gather information or explore dangerous areas. They are held together by more by magic than biological processes, and they are very difficult to make. This shade says, "You are a shaper. I can speak with you. I am a shade. I was made by Danette. Was made to give information about this complex to explorers. Apparently to shaper explorers, not just to any explorers." What do you want to tell me? Danette knew that, whether or not Susha Island was unbarred, someone would eventually return to interact with the Geneforge. The Geneforge was operational when Danette left, and was expected to remain so for many years. Well, what should I know about the Geneforge? It should not be destroyed. It's an incredible invention. Its power must be carefully controlled, but its power guarantees that Shapers will ever hold dominion over the lesser peoples of this world. Oh. So, it should not be destroyed, Danette says. It's an incredible invention. I think it should. If it's everything we've learned, it should be. It is incredible. It takes a maximal set of those sort of gene sequences, like the ones we found in the canisters, a maximal set of them, and works them all together, and then reworks a person over with that optimal set to make them into a super shaper. But its power, okay, it must be carefully controlled. Yeah, you don't want outsiders or unprepared people to get control of it. But its power guarantees that Shapers will ever hold dominion over lesser people of this world. That seems, I don't know. Do the Shapers deserve to hold dominion over the lesser peoples of this world to their great magic power? Let's see. What would the Geneforge do to someone who uses it? It would rewrite their genes. They would become a new, glorious sort of life. Huh. Well, how could I use a Geneforge? You should not without the explicit permission of the Shaper Council. The power you get will be overwhelming. You must be carefully controlled. Okay. You should not without the explicit permission of the Shaper Council. The power you get will be overpowering. You must be carefully controlled. Ah, so that's interesting. So Danette is like, it seems that Danette's not at, unlike Karada, Danette's, well, like Karada, Danette wants the power of the Geneforge to be still preserved and opened up and blah 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 and available. Danette was not about it getting it for herself or without the permission of the Shaper Council. Karada was like, to hell with the Shaper Council. I just want the power. So yeah, but the Shaper Council has not given permission for it. So, Well, we could say, how could I use it? Now, or how could I destroy it? I have that permission. How can I use it? If we lied to the Shape, we might be learn how to use the Geneforge. But maybe that's useful. Even if we're not going to. I have that permission. How can I use it? All you have to do is touch the surface, but you must have the specially made gloves. They will act as a conduit for the modifications the raw power of the pool will make in you. Without the gloves, the changes of the Geneforge will have a random element. You may find yourself without needed internal organs. Yeah, that could be a bit of a problem. Where can I find a pair of these gloves? I'm sorry, I am basically a recording of Danette's instructions. I cannot provide analysis of events which have taken place since my creation. Okay. Well, we can ask some other things. I wanted to ask about it destroying it as well. Darn it, maybe I screwed up. What did you want to tell me? How could I destroy the Geneforge? You should not. It is the greatest invention of the Shaper people. Its power and promise must not be cast away. Well, the Shaper Council has ordered it destroyed. In that case, you could deactivate it with the matching control rod. There was one such rod left on Susha Island. Where is it? I'm sorry. Okay, yeah. Where might I find out where it is? Recordings of the disposition of all major items left on Susha Island after the barring were left in Kozg. Are those records still there? Yeah. We might I think we have that control rod actually. That's one of the things that we got from one of those ruins that we investigated. Why was the island barred? Let's ask that. Our skill at shaping had grown to the point where any person could, in an instant, gain incredible power. We could rewrite the very instructions of life, remaking people to give them incredible powers of magic. Danette said that this made the Shaper Council afraid. They felt that this power could never truly be controlled. They were so paranoid that they even thought outsiders could steal our powers. It seems like the Shaper Council was dead on the money. Didn't the outsiders eventually use the island to gain our powers? I'm sorry. Okay. What happened to them? I'm sorry. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's ask something else. Who was Danette? Danette was one of the 3 Shapers in charge of this island. She was the director of research. Karada was in charge of supplies, power, and equipment, and Defniel operated the school and took care of other administrative duties. Danette wishes it to be known that she was the true genius and author of Susha Island's greatness. Oh, I'm sure she does. If she's as humble, yeah, I mean, remember she's the one who created that ancient drake, Cyros, that we met long time ago, and he was very, very proud of the fact that he was that he was created personally by Danette. So yeah. Okay, what can you tell me about the Shaolai? I'm sorry. Okay. Well, that's cool. So we got a bunch of great information. Let's see. Let's save our game. Evodius, Evodius. Do. A blast of heat hits you when you step into this narrow tunnel. It's a hot, dry access shaft. Small shafts run through the walls and ceilings, delivering warm, fresh air to the rest of the complex. It's amazing that all of this is still working. It's a testament to the quality of Shaper design and the industriousness of the servant minds who maintain the equipment. However, it's a very dangerous place to wander around. These passages contain heating elements, which warm the air above them, and thus, indirectly, the rest of the complex. The passage of time has affected the pads differently. Some of them look a lot hotter than others. Okay, I'm gonna load my game, because they stupidly just ran right in there. I thought I did something to that. We'll come back. I bet you that's easier to deal with when you're... Ah, there's the healing pool. We did get access to that. Let's go to the high security pool first. Or high security holding pen. So that was pretty interesting. So, according to Karada's own... No, not Karada. What's her name? Canister. Danette's own ideas. What is in here? There's something somewheres. Do y'all see it? This was a small office. The shelves contain hopelessly outdated records. Where is our antagonist? I don't see it. Experimental block is cured. Cursed, stunned. Do y'all see this experimental block? I don't see it. Who got hit? I don't see anybody. This is bizarre. Okay. Pylon is hit for... Is it over in this... Battle magic increased by 1. That's great. Our battle magic stat just got better. I think there's a creation fighting somewhere. Thrashing pylons. Let's go over here. This was the high security holding. Not there. No, Evodius, don't go in front. Dum-dum. Okay, let's save. Again, because this is very dangerous, I think. Oh! That's a dangerous creature. Ow. It has a lot of hit points. Not a ton, but a fair bit. You do that. Good shot. You stay there, you stay there. Good job. Ah. 60 experience points. That was a good... Oh, there's a shield. What is it? The Agent Shelter. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Spellcraft. Dexterity, stun resistance, mind effect resistance. Oh man, that's really good. What do we have? Let's take it. Reflecting shield. Yeah, that's nice. 10% hostile effect resistance across the board, but this is better. This is a great find. Oh, I still have this. And that's a ground. That is really good. Jeez. That just boosted our dexterity by 2. Look at that. We have decent dexterity now. And our battle magic went up. No, our spellcraft went up. Our battle magic went up from that canister we used. These extremely obscure and technical notes describe the large amount of work that had gone into creating a new, stronger variety of Glock. The results invariably included the creature going rogue immediately. The notes end by saying that the current most promising specimen was put into hibernation to be awakened when Susha Island was no longer barred. There is a note to the effect that the researcher was very confident that the Glock would never actually wake up and start wandering around. Well, you know, I think it's actually true. Because I think what woke it up was us fiddling with those controls. I don't actually think it wandered around on its own. But then again, maybe it did. I don't know. What do I know? How? Hey, you. Oh no! Flame Tongue, are you stuck? You are stuck. You dum-dum. Get over here right now, Flame Tongue. Stop acting fool. 18. Well, that's garbage. Well, Flame Tongue, sorry. You have yourself to blame. Because I can't leave this area until all my, you know, you must gather your party before you set forth. As it says in... dang blasted. That's annoying. We lost a Drake. Just because he was stupid. Now maybe we can open this though. Yes, we can. Darn it, darn it, darn it. Ah, the pylons are friendly. How nice. Probably because we fiddled with the switches. This was a punishment room. Intelligent criminals and rogues were brought here for interrogation and occasionally execution. Hey, I always hate it. You can tell they cut their throats. That's the bowl to catch their blood. The knife. I don't know. I don't think Shapers deserve to be in charge. But then again, other people's are nasty too. So who knows? But still, I don't think they have any special worthiness. Ooh, there's an essence pool. Very good. I would remake that Drake right now, but I don't have the Shaper Robe with me. And without the Shaper Robe, I think we're just going to drop this. Grounded robes are not worth much of anything nowadays. And we're really overburdened. This is a dead Shaolai. He was murdered, left with a dagger by the look of it, and body was dumped here. There's nothing of value on his corpse. I wonder who murdered that Shaolai. Maybe it was one of the other Shaolai. Ooh, where does this go? To the Geneforge itself. Alright, we're going to go back to the holding cells. Wow, the Geneforge.